Detroit, he said, needs a turnaround, not a check. Now, to his credit, he's been very consistent about that over the years. Why?
Throwing money at the auto industry is not going to help it long term. If you just write a check that you're going to see these companies go out of business ultimately, what you can't do is just send a big check. Billions and billions of dollars was written to bail out the industry. When government is willing to write checks and bail them out, the bailout program wasted a lot of money. The government wrote those checks, wasted money. Wrote checks to the auto industry. I wouldn't have just written checks. I said, don't write checks. Don't just write them checks. Don't write them a check.
Keep him honest, though, just a few months before he wrote that piece in the New York Times, back when he was running in the 2008 Michigan primary, he seemed to be singing a very different tune about help from Washington.
And we better fix Michigan and get Michigan on track. And anybody who comes in here, Republican or Democrat, and says they want to help Michigan, say, where have you been?
Well, the same day, speaking outside a GM plant that had just laid off 200 workers, he went further. The question, he said, is where is Washington? He went on, quote, are we going to let the entire automobile industry, domestic manufactured automotive industry, disappear and just say, well, that was tough, that's just the way it is? An unnamed spokesman tells Bloomberg News that Mr. Romney wasn't talking about bailing out Detroit. At minimum, though, he seems to be arguing for more Washington involvement back when it could win him votes, before arguing against government involvement once he was out of that race and in a whole new one. This story and others may be having an effect on voters. A new Detroit News poll out today shows Rick Santorum leading Romney 34% to 30% among likely Republican primary voters. That's within the margin of error. Gingrich gets 12%, Ron Paul 9%, 12% undecided. Now, this in a state that Mitt Romney won in 2008.
As an employee of Kyocera, I want to care more about the environment than anyone else.
99.5% of the parts are recyclable.
We create products that are eco-friendly even during the manufacturing and transport stage.
With plant-based toner in development, we can be even friendlier to the earth.
We aim to promote long-life technology. Good technology leads to good ecology.
The reason why I knew she loved basketball was because her brothers played, and they used to bring her to the games. And so I was familiar with her passion for basketball. But having her own team, I knew that she would be excited about it, and the fact that she had all the best players from the immediate area in which she was from, I knew she would be happy, and as well she was. We went to the championship, and she was elated. She loved it.
I met Whitney. I've only met her one time, but the one time that I did meet her was very memorable. I played for her basketball team, Nippy Incorporated. We played in a league in Tenafly, New Jersey, and she sponsored us. As you see, this is our shoot-around shirt.
And it says, Nippy Incorporated, women's basketball. That's her face right there.
Yes, it is.
Nippy was her nickname.
Yes, it was.
So did she sponsor the team?
Yes, she did. And I met her. We made it to the championship, and she came to the championship game.
Kyocera products are well accepted in environmentally advanced Germany.
For example, at Munich International Airport.
At the University of Bayreuth, which first established the Global Ecology Program. Good technology leads to good ecology.
Well, we were with a bunch of people that had effectively been forced out of their homes because of the intensity of the shelling. Around 351 of them were living inside this bunker, and they were just pulling us in every single direction, quite simply because they all had a story of a loved one who had died, of horrors that they had witnessed, of the sheer fear that they felt that forced them out of their homes. And many of them actually had their houses directly hit in the shelling. The conditions that these people are living in, I mean, they hardly have any proper food, a bit of bread, some rice, and those kinds of things at best have to be smuggled in. And then, of course, there's no medicine. Children are getting sick. It's just incredibly difficult to put into words exactly what people here are going through.
Worldwide, leading hospitals treat thousands of patients, so managing information quickly and accurately is critical.
That's why document imaging systems from Kyocera automatically send scanned patient data to doctors before that patient arrives efficiently and securely.
Kyocera technology delivers the reliability you need and the results you can count on.